If you've been looking for the perfect place along the Front Range, this one has probably popped onto your radar. Today, we're going to be exploring Barefoot Lakes, Colorado, up here near Longmont. You're going to want to stick around for this one. It's great. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Colorado. We are going over one of the best new developments here in Northern Colorado, right here in Firestone, Colorado. This is Barefoot Lakes. This is one of the most exciting master plan built communities in the area, and I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, so let's start with where are we? Where is Barefoot Lakes? Well, if you are on I-25 heading north of Denver, and you just passed the first exit for Longmont, 119, it is just going to be a little bit north of that and then on the east side of I-25. That's going to put it about 30-35 minutes from downtown Denver and about the same from downtown Boulder. You're going to be a little bit south of Loveland and south of Fort Collins as well. But bottom line, you're right off that I-25 corridor, so everything is super convenient, and you're only about 30 to 40 minutes away from any of the major metropolitan areas in the area. Now, just for perspective, check out this map showing where Barefoot Lakes is in reference to, say, the Denver Zoo. Now with that, you are only about 15 minutes away from Longmont, Firestone, or Erie. And I might add, Erie is the #4 top growing community in Colorado right now. So with 39% growth in just the last few years, it is growing incredibly fast. Now, Barefoot Lakes is ideal for commuters because it is in a nice, quiet little spot, but it is still close enough to everything that you're near all of the amenities that you need, and you're near the downtown metropolitan districts where a lot of the jobs are located. Now, before we get any further, I just wanted to remind you guys, I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Colorado. So if you guys need any help buying or selling, or you think Barefoot Lakes or anywhere is a place for you, hit me up. My phone number is right here, and my website, greatlifecolorado.com, and I'd love to help you out. But without any further ado, let's keep going and talking about Barefoot Lakes. All right, so Barefoot Lakes, I said it is a master plan, master built community. What does that mean? Well, they built this entire community around these two lakes. In fact, you can see one of them right behind me. And with that, there's also over 3 miles of trails, direct access to trails along the St. Vrain River, and easy access to St. Vrain State Park right across the highway. Now with these lakes, you can go fishing, paddleboarding, all of the lake activities that you would love. And the best part is they're right here in your community. It also has, within the community, the Cove. Now the Cove is a resort style fitness center, community rec center, pickleball courts, basketball courts, coffee shop, and a restaurant. So it's got kind of an all-in-one inclusive feel right there, and it's a one-stop shop right here in the neighborhood. Now Peninsula Park, where I am standing, as you can see here, has trails going around one of the lakes. It has a really fantastic playground and is a great spot to go and spend an afternoon, walk your dog, go for a jog, whatever you're in the mood for that day. Absolutely beautiful. And I'll flip the camera around here in a moment and show you the view of the mountains. It is breathtaking. So a really, really cool spot right here in Peninsula Park. All right, so what home builders are in Barefoot Lakes and what should you expect? All right, so right off the bat, we have American Legend Homes. Their floor plans start between around 1,800 to 2,400 square feet. And I should mention American Legend starting around 617. They are right now offering some incentives. Those might change by the time you see this video, but they are offering some pretty good incentives on both plots and builds. You also have Brookfield Residential. They're starting from about the 500s. They have the Artesian portfolio with modern energy efficient designs. Now, one of the bigger builders in the area is going to be Lennar. Now, if you're familiar with any of the new construction neighborhoods in Colorado, Lennar is one of the biggest we have out here right now. They are starting from around the 500,000 mark. They have their Pioneer collection, which goes up to 2,612 square feet. Those are still building in the area, so we can definitely get a tour of those if you give me a call and we'll get out and check them out. Richmond American Homes is starting from the 800s. Now, I will say, although there are some less expensive homes in the area, you're going to want to probably plan on spending $700 to $800 in most places in this area in Colorado. There are some lower price homes, but they just go so fast that there's just not that much inventory at that lower price point. But anyway, Richmond American Homes, they're known for a little bit larger, more luxurious floor plans. And again, they're starting at about 800,000 here in Barefoot Lakes. All right, so Barefoot Lakes is part of Firestone, and this is why you're going to want to live in Firestone. Again, I'm going to keep hammering this one because it is huge huge, especially with the way Colorado's experienced growth. Proximity. You are only 30 minutes away, again, from Denver, 15 minutes from Longmont, 15 minutes from Erie, and about 30 minutes to Boulder. You have everything that you need within a very short drive, and yet you're in your own little spot here in Firestone, and you still have a little bit of that small town feel, even though the entire area is kind of being developed with that urban sprawl. So it's a nice spot with good proximity. Now, Firestone still being smaller town overall, your traffic situation is not going to be nearly as painful as if you were living in a bigger city. That being said, I-25 is just a mile or two away to the west. It is not exactly known for being the premier road in the United States, so you'll still have to plan accordingly, but there's a lot of county roads, both north and south, to get you around some of the traffic jams that you might experience on I-25. Overall though, traffic, pretty good. Don't expect much in the means of public transit though. This is just outside of the route. Now let's talk about outdoor rec and parks. Now, Firestone boasts over 35 parks and over 12 miles of trail, and that is a huge number for the size of town that it is. Now, when you look at Firestone on a map, you're gonna see that it's kind of Firestone, Frederick, Tacono, all one sort of little long stream of towns, but the towns themselves are not that big. So to boast 35 parks in such a small area is pretty incredible. And then 12 miles of trails as well is fantastic. Now, one of those trails is also the Firestone Legacy Trail, a really cool trail. You should definitely check it out. And if I can, I'll grab some video and show you guys. The other nice thing about Firestone is our proximity to the mountains. We are very close to the foothills. So if you want to go and do a day trip to the mountains or up to Rocky Mountain National Park or something like that, it's pretty easy to get to, and it's going to be an overall not a huge commute, not a big deal. But even just right here locally, there's a lot of places to ride your bike, go for a run, walk the dog, hit the lake, the whole 9 yards. So it's a great spot. I really like it. You'll also find that on this side, the east side of I-25 has a completely different feel than on the west side of I-25. It's hard to explain, but it just feels a little bit different. It's got a little bit more of a country feel. As soon as you cross I-25, you're kind of back into ranch and farmland, while on the other side, it's west side of I-25, it's a little bit more developed and a little bit more urban. So yeah, now depending on what you're looking for, figure out what feel is best for you. But the nice thing is that farm and ranch feel still has that really nice, tight, small town feeling to it, and the community is pretty tight-knit, which is something that's becoming more and more rare as we move forward. Now, in addition to that, there is year-round festivities with festivals, parades, and community events, and again, we just have that tight-knit feel. I have talked about this in quite a few of my other videos, the school district. I have school-age kids. The school district is huge for me. Now, here in Barefoot Lakes and Firestone, you're going to be part of the St. Vrain Valley School District. Now, St. Vrain Valley Schools is one of the highest rated school districts in the state of Colorado. They've got amazing programs. They focus on STEM learning. And in fact, in Longmont, they have what they call the Innovation Center, where kids do everything from compete to robotics to business challenges and everything in between. I'm very impressed with St. Vrain Valley School District. Of course, do your own research for what is important to you. It's just my opinion, but I think this school district is one of the better ones. And definitely, if that is a consideration for you, you should definitely consider this area or somewhere in the vicinity because it's outstanding. Now, here in Barefoot Lakes, you're going to be serviced by Meade Elementary, Meade Middle School, and you got it, Meade High School. It is still sort of that small town feel because the town of Meade, rather, is where all of the schools are, which is still very close to where we're at, but that is essentially what we're looking at here in Barefoot Lakes. Now, overall, it's a safe, family-oriented, or even if you don't have a big family or it's just yourself, it's a safe, open environment here. Crime rates are fairly low. Again, do your own research, don't take my word for it, but crime rates are low, and the incidence of things happening is definitely lower than the bigger metropolitan districts. All right, so if you are not already in Colorado and you're thinking about Colorado as a place to be and you stumbled on this video, well, what about the weather? Well, as you can see here, it is sunny right now, which is making it hard for filming because I'm shadowed on this side, but it is a beautiful day, and that is one of probably 300 beautiful days that we're going to have here on the Colorado Front Range. Colorado boasts more sunny days than Miami and more sunny days than Honolulu. It is a fantastic place to be as far as good weather. Now, it could change in a heartbeat. The weather does change here very often, but more likely than not, you're going to get more sunshine than you are clouds. Now, the other nice thing about being at 5,280-ish feet here above sea level is we don't have as many bugs as a lot of places. We'll still have a lot of bugs, mosquitoes, all that type of stuff, but if you like walking around in the grass or playing in your yard, we don't have the fire ants. We don't have chiggers. We do have ticks, but not nearly as many. And so overall, overall, the bug problem, if that's something that you're used to, I've lived in the South, I've lived in Omaha, Nebraska. Let me tell you, the bugs there are insane. Not the case here. About the biggest pest we have in Colorado is going to be mosquitoes, and you know, compared to other places, that's still not that bad. No bugs and nice weather. What's not to love? Okay, so now you decided you want to live here, and I know I've talked about it again, but what is the commute like? So if you are here in Barefoot Lakes and say you have a job at the Denver Tech Center, what that is going to mean for you is most likely you're going to need to hop onto I-25 and head south. It's about 40 minutes from here to there, 45 in traffic, but depending when you're going, the traffic could get bad. But overall, you have I-25, which is a major highway just a few minutes away. It's only about 40 minutes to Denver. It's only about 30 minutes to Boulder. Commute is not bad. You're in a nice central location. All right, let's wrap this up. So do you think you should call Barefoot Lakes your home? Well, it is a master planned community with plenty of amenities to include private lakes. Well, they're open to the public, but community lakes, I should say. Convenient location right here in between pretty much all of the major cities on the Front Range. They have affordable and luxury new construction, which is perfect because you have options on prices and floor plans. Outdoor friendly atmosphere with lakes, trails, and a lot to do. And I'm really close to I-25 and I can't hear it at all. So very quiet as well. And a safe, family friendly environment. Overall, it's a great spot to be. So if you think that Barefoot Lakes is somewhere that you might want to call home, or anywhere in Colorado, definitely give me a call. My phone number's right here, or hit me up at greatlifecolorado.com. I love making these videos, but I love getting people into new houses even more. I'd love to help you out. Until next time, enjoy your great life in Colorado, or wherever you're at.